Welcome to Entrepreneurship Vertical CV22026 Design Thinking and Human Centered Design. Already we covered 3 units. Unit 1 focus on design thinking principle, design thinking activities and various workshops connected with design thinking. Mainly second unit empathetic technique, observation, then ideation tools, brainstorming, then pitching, these and all we covered. In the unit 3, we focused design thinking map, affinity diagram, mind mapping, then we have storytelling also. Now, in the unit 4, focus on human-centered design methods. We call HCDMs. First 3 units covering design thinking. Start from problem statement. Then we have a definition, ideation. We have pitching. Finally, we have a solution. Various steps involved in the design thinking process. We covered design thinking, start from the principle. Fourth unit mainly focus on human-centered design methods. Why we are giving human-centered? Entrepreneurial ecosystem built based on the centric of human being. We focus human being problem. That's why not in the form of only business solving the problem. That's why we initiated social entrepreneurship. We gave many examples many times. Social issues, being entrepreneur, taking that as a challenge, giving solution, solving the problem. Then based on the revenue generation, we need to sustain that economic status. So consideration not only for economical growth, mainly focus for human being, human problem. That's why we named as human-centered design. Many missions based on the human-centered, ergonomically designed. This course for particularly technology-based students, we will take particularly for mechanical engineering students with the economics of that mechanical component. If it is electronics or electrical engineering student, they will consider that circuit and for based on the human centered. Now, before starting of the human centered, I will give you a small example. The problem particularly for people, working people, washing of cloth. So how to solve this? They introduced a mission, human centered design is applying for that mission. With the tap, we have connected the dirty cloth is put inside the cabin. Then we have a water flow. So what are the two things required for washing? One is washing powder. Then we need quantity of water. So what that machine do? That machines is taking a small amount of liquid washing soap or powder washing material, mixing with that water, then by means of running with suitable blades, it is removing dirt. So because of that, the energy spending by the human being is reduced. We have 2-3 times rinsing also with that support of washing machine. The machine take sometime hot water, rinsing 2-3 times. After that, drying also possible in the machine. Simply we are taking the cloth for sunlight dry. We are taking for fresh cloth. So human-centered design. How the human-centered design is applicable here? Here, being an engineering student, we can easily understand we have a mechanical blade running with the generator. Generator is connected with the electrical relay. Running motor. With that running motor, we have a blade. Based on that, the running is possible. Because of continuous running, the dirtiness is removed by means of rinsing, fully removed from the cloth. This is simple basic design. Now, how can our human centered involved here? If there is no water, the empty tank, the machine automatically shows water is not available. Once again water comes, it automatically switch on. Human centered design. If the door is not locking properly, automatically it will shows that door is not closed properly. Human centered. If it is not properly locked while it is running with the higher speed, it will damage in the area also. So being considering these are in the mechanical design, if voltage fluctuation is there, automatically machine shows the machine is not in condition to operate because there is major fluctuation in electricity. These and all initial problem, the machine is designed based on the human centered. Now I am going to add one more human centered. Now we need electrical energy for running this machine. Nowadays the people, young people also using washing machine. In Saturdays and Sunday during that leave time, they want to wash in the washing machine. Previously, olden days, they are taking all those things by manual washing. Now, simply automated. We need electrical power. Instead of electrical power, by mechanical cycling, running that blade is possible, cleaning is possible. So, the human-centered design, sometimes we need electrical energy, we will switch on the electrical support for the leave holidays. We want to do some exercise, the same time our machines also working, same time our clothes also washed properly, the same time we are doing some cycling, so exercise as well as cleaning is possible. This is additional advantage of this human-centered design. So we need to understand the problem for human-centered, not customer. We are dealing with human being. We are solving the problem, really what they are facing. In this unit, we will consider many human being problem, especially challenging how our physically challenging people, how they are doing something, what we want to do. We want to discuss many the physically challenging problem in this fourth unit. Now, human centered, we will focus only on solving the problem. First, we have to solve. Because of giving solution, we get happiness. So first empathy starts from here. If I am having some problem this kind, how can I react? In this approach, we are taking the problem in that sense understanding the problem, then we are taking in right sense to solve that problem. Now, the problem in the washing machine, similarly, we will consider physically challenging people, how they are doing. How can we solve the problem for their happiness? If you are giving a small solution for them, they feel very happy. With this little introduction with the suitable example, we will see the definition of HCD, human centered design. First three units covering generally design thinking, empathy, definition, pitching, then prototype, testing. These and all involved in the first three units. Here, main focus human centered. Based on the problem, we need to change the design. Based on individual understanding. So, customer design, instead of that, we will add the word human centered design. Individual customer, they are asking like this, we want to provide that facility for them. Now we will see the definition. Human centered design is a creative problem solving approach that plays the need, want, and the experience of the people which are designing for the center of development process. Now, in IIT Research Park, there is a startup company. They are giving a solution for physically challenging people. They are basically in the on the wheel. They have issues. They are not able to walk. That time they are giving a lot of the startup company facilitating lot of information how to use this wheelchair based on the problem in the human being, physically challenging people facing problem. They understand, with that they are adding some features based on their height, weight, physically challenging issues. They are designing the chair. Here, based on the definition, creative problem solving approach. We are understanding the problem, the needs and wants and the experience of the people, what they really need, what is their experience. With that approach, we are going to design the and giving the solution. Based on that, they developed the center. Now, we will see how they are running that center, because we have a problem in this area. They have understand physically challenging people. There is a wheel. With that wheel, we need to support physically challenging people. They want to transfer from one place to another place without any other support. Individual, that is the objective of the company. So the company says how to operate the vehicle, the wheelchair, individually by means of some simple electronic devices. Based on that, physically challenging people can utilize all those things without any others support. This is the main objective of the company. Focusing on the technological requirement or business need first. The human-centered design seeks to combine those aspects with a deep understanding of human perspective, ensuring final product, service or system is meaningful and gainful. The real understanding how to that company, startup company, giving information to the needy people, particularly those who are on the wheel. They'll give complete information about that wheelchair, how to operate. they will conduct some driving like program, how to drive that vehicle. They also support for funding for getting that wheelchair. In addition to that, they are conducting some competition among themselves. After few months, the people, those who are on the wheel, they are taking this as a good opportunity. They are utilizing all those things. They are participating in the competition. Then they will come forward to run their vehicle without others support. So this is a one important example for particularly the people who are coming forward in the vehicle, particularly in the human-centered design. Here, 2 points are very important. One is very important. One is here meaningful and gainful. The meaningful means here we want to address the people, those who are suffering with the physically challenging. With that, we need to address how to solve the problem. They are not able to run without other support. That's why we want to give some information as well as support for the people understand the vehicle particularly. Now please understand the startup company which is under the entity ICAT in our India, the International Center for Automotive Technology. This is particularly for designing a vehicle for physically challenging people. International Center for Automotive Technology. In the definition itself says, human-centered design is a creative problem-solving approach that plays the needs, wants and experience of the people which are designing for the center for the development. Here center we introduced as an example ICAT, International Center for Automotive Technology, is a government affiliated organization, design and a medical college in a private institution. ICAT, it is connected with the medical and engineering students, which is giving a complete information about the problem for particularly physically challenging. So, what we want to understand, this information related to Center for the Development. Now we will focus technical or business need in the first. First, we want to create a prototype based on the problem, needs and wants and experience of the already suffered. We call suffering. Now the problem is they are not able to run, not able to walk. We need to support them in terms of empathize. Human centered. Now, human centered, while designing, we want to focus on technical requirement, business need. Combine both, we need to give deep understanding in the human perspective, ensuring that the final product, service, system, which are in the meaningful and gainful. So please understand human-centered. The two example, one is you start introduction speech with the washing machine. Human-centered things added. Next, physically challenging people, they are having an issue. For that, they have a wheelchair. ICAT is supporting organization for how to commercially utilizing that wheelchair, how to technological development we can introduce in the wheelchair, how to giving training for that. Everything we are in the particularly in the meaningful and useful. Now we will see combination of technology and business. Here, human-centered design is a combination of desirability, feasibility, viability. Is it desirable? What is our desirable things we need? We have a problem, definition of the problem, with that empathetic manner, we will have some desire. Is it feasible? The previous example, physically challenging people on the wheel. Is it feasible to run that wheel with their hand? The problem only in the leg. With that, what are the things feasible? We need to understand. Is it viable? We are purchasing this mechanical component. We are connecting with the electrical drive. With that, we are taking that for people. How much amount cost effective cost is involved here? Is it commercially viable? We need to think all those things. So human centered design is connection of three important things. One is desirability, feasibility, and viability. With these three combination only, we are planning for human-centered design. Now, we will see the various core principle of human-centered design. We have four major pillars for human-centered design. One first immediate thing where we are going to focus. Our regular question, who are your paying customer? Similarly here, for human-centered design, also where we are going to focus, solve the right problem, recognize complexity, integrate the refine, focus on people, solve the right problem, recognize complexity, then refine. Iteration we have, then we have a refine. Previously in the design thinking, we have a problem statement, then we have a definition, then we have a ideation, then prototype, testing, then we have evaluation. Similarly here, we have a focus on people. The people focused particularly develop empathy for user by engaging, by observing, understanding the pain point of the human being. We are not using the word customer here because we are applying full empathy. Our revenue is only happiness here. We are receiving the solution and happiness for that problem. Then we want to make into customization. Here, focus on people, develop empathy for user by engaging with them, observing them, understanding their context, pain, point, and desire. First, we will discuss, observe, desire of the people. What is the real pain? Whether while giving a solution, is it meaningful, gainful, useful? We need to think. Otherwise, there is no point of giving this information or giving the solution to the people. Then, solve right problems. We need to segregate the problem statement in different steps. Then we want to understand the problem, pain problem, immediately solving problem is this one. Solve the right problem. They are having different issue. With empathetic manner, we want to segregate and we want to write in order which one is more appropriate. We want to be prioritize. The process L uncover the root cause of the problem rather than just treating the symptom. This ensures the solution developed address actual fundamental needs. First, we need to understand root cause of the problem. Is it possible to cure? Instead of treating that symptoms, we understand the problem root cause. With that root cause, we want to solve all those things. Interconnected system. The problem is connected with some other thing. Based on that issue, it will affect. Find the root cause. Then you treat. The symptom is the outcome of that root cause. If you give remedial action for the root cause, automatically the symptom will move. So, first understand the symptom temperature rising, human being temperature 96 to 97 degree Fahrenheit. Now it is rising above 100, we feel little bit fever. 101, 102 heavy. So this is a symptom. Understand the symptom, what is the reason for this. So viral effect or any other issue. So treating the symptom is immediately okay. Then what are the root cause of that symptom? Why it is? Because of cold and viral infection, the temperature is rising. That is a simple thing. Or any other problem. So understanding the root cause is an immediate one. Then recognize the complexity. HCD, human-centered design, acknowledges the product and service exist within complex interconnected system. It considers how a design will fit into a larger ecosystem of people, technology, and the environment. Acknowledge that product and service exist within complex interconnection system. It consider how a design will fit into a larger ecosystem of people, technology, and environment. The larger ecosystem of the people. Here, considering human-centered design, how many people need of this? Really need of this? If you are taking a physically challenging people, the number is very less. Whether we want to address the people or not. What is the severity of the problem? Everything we need to understand. Then only the technological development with that environment, ecosystem building, everything is possible. How many people we focus for the people here, customer, instead of customer, we have a human-centered human being, how many people are involved. Then we have a refining, mainly iterative process of prototyping, testing, refining, giving a solution for based on the continuous feedback. The people on wheel, we are conducting hackathon. Based on the hackathon, we are receiving a problem statement. What are their problem and solution also. With that feedback, we are trying to solve the real problem. Then we are conducting a competition among the people, those who are suffering. ICAT is organizing a camp to do the needful of the people. They are organizing workshop. With that workshop, 2-3 hours, they are giving a competition. With that wheelchair, what are the things they will do? Sometimes they are ready to do some cricket match also with that on the wheelchair they are doing. So what I want to convey here, we want to refine the solution. So we are not particularly focused on the economical part because this is human centered. So major thing we need to address, focus the people, those who are suffering. From the people, we are writing the problem statement which we want to give more prioritize. Then we want to understand the complexity, how to solve technologically. Then we have a proper refinement. These are the core principle of human-centered design, HCD. Now we have HCD comprising three important factors. One is empathy, creativity, business needs. Based on the creativity, sometime we will solve the problem easily. Creativeness. With that suitable empathetic manner, we will solve the problem. What is the real need of human being? Need. Then we will go by business thoughts. So one side empathy, another side creativity. Again we have a business need. Together we have HCD. So empathetic, creative, business needs. With that we have human-centered design. Now we will go by scientific approach. Observation in scientific method. We have a people, technology, design with connected easily. With that user experience, we will go by scientific approach. People, those who are suffering with that issue. We want to apply some technology. The suitable example, we have a problem particularly for physically challenging people. The people are running properly. If not, they want some support. The design of that wheel. We have a people, design of wheelchair. With that, we are conducting some business. We have some design. Designing based on many iteration. With that iteration, we have a find a proper solution. So, scientific approach involve two important things. One is design, another one is technology. Now, human-centered design, it has four major phases. Number one, definition. Based on the definition, we are designing. Then we are going to evaluate. Finally, understand. This is a cyclic process. Initially start from empathetic manner, we are understanding something. Based on understanding only, we are defining the problem statement. Then we are giving a solution by means of some designing something. Then we will go for evaluation. So understanding, defining, design, evaluation, these are continuous process involved in the human-centered design. These are the major four phases. With these four phases, we need to approach the people. Many problem statements we are going to study in this fourth unit. So, the student can easily understand how can we approach the people already suffering something. How can our technology giving solution for them? Because this era, technology based era. So most of the innovation start from the technology level. That's why technical institution having their own incubation center to support the people, those who are having a lot of issues. Somebody is suffering with that. How can we make solution? Entrepreneurial ecosystem, the building of entrepreneurial ecosystem is supporting the people, those who are need and wants. Now we have a characteristics of human-centered design. Already we discussed in the design thinking WH questions. Who, what, when, where, why. We call 5W2H questions. Human factor who are suffering. Here WHO. Who are the problem of human being suffering a lot. Who, what are the people, who are the people affected? Then what is their real problem? Their problem in their leg or hand or eye. So how can we solve that problem? Or other than their maybe in their environment. then when it is happened, then how, to solve, how to we are getting information, then communication based on the discussion, these are, then why we want to solve this problem, because of that they will get solution, they will get happiness, they will live, they will run their life without any trouble. These are the answer for why question. So human centered design, in this approach we want to conduct many things: human factor, activities, task and function, interactivity, communication and discussion, meaning who, human factor, what are the activities, when, interaction, how it is, what is the root cause of that problem, then why. So when we ask these 5W2H question, the human centered problem come to the end. Then we will approach desirable, feasible, the two things involved. Then we have a business. First, we want to identify the problem. With the technology support, is it possible to solve that? In the introduction about entrepreneurship, many times we discussed about theory, the major two theory. The major two theory, particularly for motivation, we call motivation theory, Maslow motivation theory. So based on the Maslow's motivation theory, we combine the principle and the characteristics of HCD. We will see the approach, motivational theory approach for human-centered design. Now we have a human needs. Here we have a design evaluation. The human needs, based on the motivation theory, is psychological, safety, social, self-esteem, self-evaluation. These are the motivation side, human need. First, we need many important many times we discussed in the motivation. Human being need first food, shelter, then cloth. These are the important. Then we need safety, build a suitable house. Then we have a social, we want to live with the society. Then with that uplift of esteem, then we have a self-actuation. For that, this human-centered design connecting with the design environment. Here we have a three factors. One is function focus, customer focus, human focus. We have a safety, social, esteem, actuation, which are functionally focused, customized, then human focused. We are going to plan human focused. We are not in terms of consumer. We are considering technology as a function. Then how it is useful for the customer. Instead of customer, we have a human being, human centered, useful for human being, or it is desirable. Without this, is it possible? So while considering all those things, we are having one side need, human need, then design environment. So psychological, safety, social, extreme, self-actuation. These are the motivation theory based. Based on the environment, functional environmental, customer focus, human focus, we will take human focus. With that, we have a useful things, usable, desirable. This is easy things to understand human-centered design with the motivational theory. Now, design based on the empathy. Identify most important stakeholders. Now the people suffering the same example, they are people are not able to run or walk, they are on wheel. The stakeholders, the people, those who are suffered. Sometimes parents connected with the people. Then we have a government official. They are helping for people. They can support some moral support and financial support. Then technology people, those who are involved, international forum, they are helping the people. They are sound technology, how they can support. These are the identification of most important stakeholder. Then we need to find the challenges and what are the things assumptions. So what we can help, what are the clients we have. Then we will spend time with the stakeholder collecting the details. Ask stakeholders how and why question to understand all underlying feelings and factors. So the real problem is that we want to understand the people, how they are suffering, how to solve the problem. While based on empathetic manner, while discussing, we will get maximum solution. The solution we can get based on the discussion of the people. That's why we involved empathetic way. Empathetic manner, we want to get information. That's why we consider the stakeholders. The stakeholder, 75% people those who are suffering with their supporters. Now we have a benefits. We will come to end of this video lecture. Benefits of this human design, human-centered design. Improved user satisfaction. This is the important one. Solution truly connected the user needs. And we have a pleasant environment for the human being satisfaction, from the human being satisfaction. The satisfaction word is important for entrepreneur. After solving the problem, we are getting happiness because the problem is solved. If you are a customer, the customer problem solving, we are getting money. The human being already challenging something, already the issues are major problem. If we are solving the problem, we are getting a happiness. The foremost thing is our happiness by solving others' problem. This is the important character of entrepreneur. Physically challenging people, they are having a lot of issue. If you are giving a small support, we can see their smiling face. That is a satisfaction. First and foremost satisfaction here. Then increased innovation. Because of the human-centered design, we are applying some technology because increase of innovation. Iterative process encouraging, creative exploration. Then, based on that, we will come to our revenue model also. Sometimes the problem is solved fully, the people are able to get immediately high return on investment is possible. So we will get a suitable social impact, positive social impact. HCD can be applied to address complex social problem, particularly healthcare. That's why I'm always giving healthcare related problem. Policy, creating solutions that are more inclusive and effective of people who are really suffering. So based on this input, we will take the problem from the society near in your village, near our institution. We will approach some institution or industry or really social need of the people. We will visit some village, we will collect the problem. With that approach, we will give you a suitable solution for them. Understand the people problem, then write the statement to the government for policy changing. So suitable problem I will give. Most of the time in the rural area, they are going to school nowadays. They are able to complete at least schools. Now the 50%, less than 50% from the village, they are entering into institution. colleges, higher education level is very, very less. So this is a major impact of our country. So take this as a problem statement. With empathetic manner, we will give suitable solution for them. How can, what is the real problem for that? Well, Tamil Nadu, comparatively good. So we want to improve that again. More students come and join in the higher education institution. Government support. We want to send all the information to the people. We will give counseling for them. This is important. Based on that, we will have a four major benefit, human-centered design benefits. One is satisfaction. We will give some technology-based solution. Innovation also possible. Third, we will get investment. We will go for NGO, social problem solving agency. We will give some return also. Finally, we will get satisfaction. Very good social impact. With that, I will conclude this HCD human desired centered design introduction with a suitable example. We will once again meet in the another video lecture. Thank you again.